Hi, everyone. Welcome to my
Hey,
channel, Renee Hendricks Realtor, and this is Olivia. Tell them a little bit about what you do, Olivia.
I am a small business owner of Tickled Pink for Life LLC. I sell women's and girls apparel, accessories, home decor, and also journals and books. I'm also a children's book author. I'm working on book number 5. So that's what I do.
Yes. And I'm sure most of you know I'm a realtor, but the real estate with a purpose means I just believe in giving back to the local community, and I donate a portion of my earnings from every home sale to local charity, my client's choice. So we're on here today being small business owners, just talking about success. Okay. Success means different things to different people. So what is success looks like to me could be different to Olivia or could really be anyone. And I just want to say I first noticed this really because I put a post on my Facebook back in December just saying something about success. I don't remember the exact words, but it just said something like success can take time, be patient. And then just the different comments that people were writing on that, I was like, wow, people really think different things about success. One person was talking about money, another person's talking about their career, and I'm like, we all like have different ideas, and I thought it'd be a good topic to discuss
Yeah.
just just to see what different people think about it. And we love to hear your thoughts too. So please comment on this. But
Yes,
um,
definitely.
when you think of success, Olivia, what do you think of?
So that's a loaded question because you are absolutely correct. Success means different things to different people.
Hmm.
So, a little bit of a background about me. I am from, my mother is Jamaican, and I was born in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, but grew up in Jamaica. My mom at the time was probably the most successful person in our family. She is from a family, my grandmother had 16 kids, and she was a farmer, right? Right. And so
Wow.
my mom grew up in super extreme poverty, poverty in the sense of there wasn't a lot of like money, but there was a lot of love and there was a lot of family unity. But with that, it's a struggle to feed 16 kids, right? And so my
Hmm.
mother, being the oldest, moved away to the city, from the country to the city, and then moved to the United States. And I was born in the United States. So the earlier part of my life, I grew up in a middle class um, community. My mom was a single mom. She was a teenage mom. She was a single mom, but she had a good job. So we lived in a nice neighborhood, right? So my idea of success when I was growing up was I had my own bedroom. We, had indoor plumbing. I took vacation. I went to the movie theater. I went to theater. I went to, concerts. I had ballet classes, all of that. So I grew up in my mind that that was success. Fast forward to now, my present day, I have 4 children. Me and my husband, we have a total of 5 children. And for me, success looks a little bit different. It's not necessarily how much money I have in the bank, but that our family is intact, that we have a relationship with the Lord, that we can make our bills. We're not lacking, like our water won't get shut off, our lights won't get shut off. So for me, that is an element of success, right? Now,
Hmm.
yes, I have a small business, and it is my hope that my small business will be successful enough to where I don't have to work my regular job at 9 to 5. And for me, that's another layer on success. What is your take on that?
I think you brought up a lot of good points. And I was just thinking how you mentioned how you grew up. And I think that plays in a big portion really of how we think about success, right?
Absolutely.
So I grew up, I'm just thinking about how I was a child. And I guess you don't really think about the word success, growing up as a child, but I grew up in Flint, but I mean, our family wasn't poor. I went to a private school. We got to go on vacations every year. So I didn't really know like how much my parents make. It's not like they told me how much they made, but
Right.
when I look back, I do think at least financially, I look at, hey, they were successful. Why? Because we could pay our bills. We always had food. We always had heat, and we got to go on vacation every single year to like Cedar Point, sometimes Disney World.
Right.
Um, so I would say that they were successful financially.
Mhm.
And that can mean different things to different people too, you know? I
Yes.
mean, and if you look even at some millionaires in the world, there are some very wealthy people that have committed suicide or been addicted to drugs. So I'm sure if
Right.
you went to ask these millionaires, do you feel successful? They would have said no, right? So
Right.
we know it's not just money
Right.
that makes you successful.
Correct. Correct. And I love that you touch on the point of people who have what is would be looked at as the rest of the world as being successful, money, right? But as far as mental health and as far as being successful in their personal life, that was lacking. So they were successful as far as money in the bank or maybe properties and stocks and stuff like that, but they lack success in their personal life. They lack success in their love life. They lack success in their community, in their families. They lack success. And so, yeah, success looks differently to different groups of people. For me, it's more important that I'm successful in my marriage and in my role as a mom and a
Yes.
godmother and a daughter and in my community and in my church. Yes, we need money, unfortunately, in the society and the world that we live in. We need a certain amount of money to, pay our bills, to, lights, water, clothes, food, all those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, it's not the number of dollars that's in your bank account or your stock portfolio that speaks to success exclusively.
Yeah, and I would say for me, well, and you can be success or you can feel successful in one area, but like you said, not be successful in others. So you can be
Correct.
successful money wise, where you have a lot of money, but then not be successful in your personal relationships. And that's interesting. We talked about that too, because I was in a networking group
Yes.
earlier today, and there was a gentleman that was talking about how he was trying to balance everything with his work because he felt that he wasn't spending enough time with his family. He didn't use the word success in that, but I'm thinking he probably thought he didn't feel successful with spending time with his family. He knew it was an issue and he's trying to balance it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of
Mhm.
balancing. And this
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
something that I pray for. I actually pray, because I'm a Christian and I believe if you um, put Jesus as the center focus of everything in your life, you will be successful. And I actually put that on my vision
Yes.
board, a verse about success, right? Where it does say that. But
Yeah.
I just feel, when I pray, like, Lord, please help me to balance everything. So um to not just be successful in work or marriage or personal life or whatever, like be successful with your parents, your children, you know, um, just everything, your work, just being involved in the community. And it's just that balance of
Yeah.
because it's hard to be successful in every area. I feel that
Yes.
that's difficult.
It is. It is. And for me, um I am my happiest three in three areas. One is when all my kids are home and we're in the house, and it doesn't even matter what we're doing, right? And sometimes we break off into pockets, right? I might be in the kitchen cooking, and the little ones might be at the table playing a game, and then my older ones might be in the living room, watching something on TV or on their devices, right? But the idea that we're all under one roof, that feeling to
Mm,
me is so important. I feel successful. I feel whole. It's like, it's kind of difficult to describe that, but that is one of the areas that I feel the most joyous, the most
mm,
successful, the most at peace, the most happy, right? And then another area is when my church community, I attend the Shores Church in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. And so when we are together in the same place and we are praising and singing and praying, that feeling it's
Hmm.
overwhelming of joy. Like I am in this one location with like-minded people and we are communicating to our Heavenly Father at the same time. So that's another area that I feel the most successful, that I feel like I'm living out my purpose. And the other one, the third one, is when I'm actually giving back, which is one of the things that you and I have in common. We are involved in our community, we're involved in giving back. And so whether that's working at a soup kitchen, or whether that's packing groceries, or whether that's talking to veterans, or whether that's just counseling, a single mom who's going through a hard time, I'm giving back of my time and my talents. And to me, that's one of the other areas that I feel successful, because whatever is going on in my life, I know that it's not just about me. I know that God created us to be a community and to help other people when they're struggling. And so those are three areas that I feel successful in. And it has nothing to do with money.
Yeah. And I was just thinking as you're describing those, it's like you're relating the feeling of joy to success.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I'm even wondering, I don't know if everyone thinks that way. Does everyone think of success is where they're most joyful at? I would actually
That's a
say
good
no to that.
question.
Yeah. I would think some
That's a
people
good
wouldn't
question.
relate the two because you could, right, feel successful money wise, but maybe you feel burnt out, right? From getting to that point because you work so hard. So that might not bring you joy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm interested
Right.
to
It
see.
won't. It definitely won't. Hmm.
So I'm interested really to
Yeah.
see what other people
Yeah.
would say
That's an
about that
interesting
too.
spin.
Yeah. In fact,
Yeah.
I wanted to
So
read.
for you, do you link the word success in any area, along with joy or gratification or feeling like you're walking and living in your purpose? Do you link any of those together?
I guess I never really thought about joy until you just talked about it. Um, I would say I would link success to, well, okay, so everybody to accomplishing my goals, I guess I would say. So like I have a vision board, you set goals for yourself. And if you've accomplished that, I guess that would bring you joy though if you accomplished it as well, huh?
Absolutely.
I just never thought about the word joy, connecting it to
Yeah,
success. So
yeah.
I like it that you said that. Uh, and also, like if you feel unsuccessful in a
Mm.
certain area, I think it's best to somebody that may um it may appear, I guess you don't know until you talk to them, right? Because things may not always seem like they appear either. It may appear
Hmm.
somebody's successful, but they
Right.
might not really
True.
be successful. But if you see someone doing well in a
100%.
certain area, it would be good, I think, to maybe get in contact with them or follow up with them or kind of see what they're doing, right? Like look kind of them as a mentor in that specific area to help you grow in that area as well. Um, and also have accountability
Yeah, and
partners.
I like
I'm sorry.
that. And me, for me, that's valuable because none of us have all the answers in every area about everything, right? And how do you gain knowledge or gain perspective or become better in a certain area? You can read or you can, podcast and, talking to other people who you deem to be successful or doing well in a particular area, and you can learn from them that way. And I like the idea, the Bible talks about like the older women will train the younger women, and so
Kindness to
that is a
women.
spiritual thing, but it's
I like
applicable.
that.
Yeah, that's a spiritual thing, but it's applicable across the board, right? So you're in real estate, and I know that the company that you work for, that they have a mentorship program. To me, it's the same thing. Or me as a small business owner, I have an accountability partner who's been in business longer than me. And so she teaches me, and I have a business coach who's been in business longer than me. So I learn. And so, I find that that is a necessary tool across the board.
Yes. And it's interesting too that I was thinking about that too, actually. We talked about the women that teach because there is scripture in Titus. So I call
Yes.
them Titus women. And there are actually two ladies that come to my mind
Mhm.
who have been, Christians longer. They're older than me. So I look at them as very wise women. And sometimes if I'm struggling with things, because we all do, no matter
Yes.
how happy and lovely we look on social media, we don't typically share like the garbage that goes on in our lives,
Yes.
right?
Mhm. The struggles,
So
the trials.
yes,
Yes.
struggles, yes, because we all have them, right? So it's good to
Yes.
have accountability partners, or I call them Titus women, that I can look up to for wisdom or just godly counsel on how to do certain things.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
yes,
Mhm.
even with real estate,
Yeah.
I have mentors with that. I mean, really with anything, like you could have a mentor. And the thing too is you should give back, right? So you can be a
Yes.
mentor
Mhm.
to other people too and help them
Yes.
succeed and grow. You could say something on
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, and it's that whole concept of having an open hand, right? So you have an open hand and someone pours into that hand, into your life, right? They've helped you in some way, you've grown in some way. And so now you have to keep your hand open to pour into someone else's life, to put something into someone else's hand, because you didn't get to whatever status, you did not get there on your own. You had help. And so giving back is then you now sowing some sort of help, some sort of benefit, some sort of wisdom into someone else's life.
Yes.
There's another
I
concept I want to talk about a little bit as well, and it's the reaching forward while you're reaching back, right? So
Ooh,
someone has helped you to get to a certain position. So you should always have someone in your life that you can look to, your mentor, right?
I love it.
um,
Yeah.
that you can look to for help and guidance, right? And
Yes.
then you should also be reaching back where you're teaching somebody younger or somebody that needs your help. You're imparting in them some of the things that was imparted into you. So you should always be reaching forward and reaching back at the same time.
Yes. It
In
doesn't always have to be
business,
younger. Doesn't always have to be younger either, though, because there could be somebody younger than you that may be wiser on a certain thing than you are because maybe they've been doing it longer. Who knows, you know?
yeah. Mhm.
Um, I've learned things from children, so
Yes.
so it doesn't matter what age somebody is. They could always give you some kind of knowledge or help you with something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know there's a girl right now that's 14 years older than me and has taught me some things on social media that I didn't know.
Uh-huh.
So, so I think it's awesome just to, collaborate and partner with people of all different ages.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I think there's a lot we could talk about with success. And
Yes.
I think that there's other I mean, we could do this with some other videos as well, like share
Hmm.
more about success or,
Yeah.
certain areas of success too. But I think this is a great conversation for a general view of success. Don't you
Yes,
think, Olivia?
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because, like I mentioned, personal and professional, and even in a personal life, there you have to break it down. Are you in a marriage, a relationship? Do you have children? How are you in your community? So you can break that whole topic of success down to relationships and types of
Yes.
relationships, right? And communities and types of communities, and then your professional area that could also be broken up into different subtitles. So yeah, the topic of success is vast and it means different things to different people. It looks differently for different groups of people, and that's totally okay.
Yes. So I think we should have more
Part two.
discussions on this. Yes.
Part
Part two, maybe
two.
part three, part four, who knows? But I really like the part, like you said. I think my favorite thing for this conversation is what you said about you look forward. What did you call it again? Look forward and look back, or give. Say it again.
Reaching forward
Okay,
and reaching
reach
back
forward,
at the same time.
reach them back. Yeah, reach them forward and reach them back. That's true
Yes.
because no one's perfect, and I don't care. how much money somebody has. I mean, the billionaires of this world, they are not the best in every area of their lives. So
Mhm.
they could still be having some type of mentor, you know what I mean? No matter how successful you may look, it's good to reach forward and reach back.
At
Love
the
it.
same time. Yes, yes, yes.
So,
I love
so
that.
thank you for joining us today about the topic of success. Please follow us on our YouTube channels. I'm Renee Hendricks, Realtor, and Olivia, what's yours?
I'm Olivia Parks hyphen May 260. They just changed those handles. So I'm Olivia Parks hyphen MAY 260 on YouTube.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us, everybody.
Thank you
Bye.
guys. Bye.